Morning, happy Saturday. This is Saturday, April 26th, 2025. It is 69 degrees at this time, and it is 10:17 a.m., and I'm on my way to get Dave. We're going to ride up the mountain and see what's happening up there. See what is happening up there. So last night I didn't do anything really. Didn't even watch SmackDown. Didn't watch wrestling. I did look at some of the highlights this morning though. So, and I didn't really watch anybody on YouTube. You know, I've been trying to thin my people out of who I'm watching because I spend too much time on there. So over time, I have been either unsubscribing or I've been clicking not interested. The Storm Chasers were on. They were, I think, out in Texas still. And I did watch it maybe for 30 minutes, but then I decided I, needed to do something. So I turned it off. I don't know if anything major happened. I have not seen the news this morning, so I hope not. Alright, car, you're not going to get over, so I'm going to have to hit the gas. I guess we've got, Merlefest traffic here, so I guess he's getting off right here where the entrance is. Yes, he is. He's giving his turn signal. Anyway, I hope that when I come back, the noise isn't, not the noise, the traffic is not bad. I will say Bonnie Raitt was very loud. I could actually hear her without going to the window in the kitchen. I could hear her in my bedroom. So she had very loud sound. It sounded good, but it sounded like she quit early. Normally on Friday night, the main act will go for a long time. But I really don't think she played over an hour. So I don't know about that. Over there is a teardrop camper being pulled by a car. Wow. And then in this morning around 2:30, 3 o'clock, we had a thunderstorm. It rained heavy for about 10 minutes. It thundered. It lightened a little bit, but it wasn't bad. It was just, it's the kind of thunderstorms I like to get. They're not severe. It just rains for a few minutes, and then it's over and done with. Didn't hear any wind, but it did. I did hear thunder. Ever since that guy messed with my mirror over here, I can't get it right. I'm going to have to fool with it again today. So yesterday I did around 5,800 steps. I think the last time when I took off my watch, it was like 57 something. I don't remember exactly. So I did pretty good yesterday. I have not gone over 6,000 except for that one day. I think maybe 2 days. I don't know. There was a day, Thursday, that I didn't get to 5,000. I got to like 46. So, but I think it will still all average out depending on what I do today. Now, Dave, cannot walk like he once could. Used to, he could walk circles around me, but he can't anymore. And I blame that on the statin. Dave is almost 2 years younger than me. And like I said, he could walk circles around me. But ever since, and I can track it almost to the day if he told me when he started taking that pill. Well, I won't say the day he started taking it, but within a couple of months of that was when he started complaining of his lower back and his legs hurting. But he will not, and I do not know why, ask, can she switch him? And I, sometimes I threaten to go with him, and then I said, no, he's a big boy, he can take care of himself. He'll know when it's too much, but anyway, all I know is it is what it is. And I know I say that probably too much. Okay, I saw that Tim was riding his bike in traffic, which is kind of crazy. But, what can you do about it? Now, that coffee shop has too much of a line. I will be stopping today, I believe, at Taya's, which is probably where I should go anyway, because I probably stopped there too many times. We had to come up here to the grocery store yesterday morning for work, and I wish that I would have stopped then and got me some, but no, I was nice. The person I with me, 2 people with me, they wanted to go to Bojangles to get their lunch, so I let them. I took them. I didn't let them, I took them. And I just ignored because I knew we needed to get back to work. Didn't want to be gone over an hour. And it was for somebody's birthday. And I didn't get me anything at Bojangles. They do have a salad, but I didn't want a salad, and I'm not going to go into why. But there is a particular reason why I didn't want one. I had one on Thursday, I'll just say that. Which that will bring me to the rose, whatever that pill I'm taking. Anyway, all I can say is if you're going to take it, be careful. Be careful what you eat. Be careful. Make sure you are near a bathroom. And that's all I'm going to say. I think it almost works like that injection they're giving people. Now, I have not weighed. I do not know if I've lost any weight. My clothes are about the same, so I don't think I have. But I have been keeping a diary. And I've not really been trying to cut back. I wanted to see what I was eating on, like I say, on pen and paper. I wanted to be able to write it down because I do better when I write down things and see where I was going wrong. And the main thing I think is it's the choices I make. Even though I'm only having 1 meal a day, I will sometimes have a snack. And that's what I need to get rid of, is the snack. I've got to get rid of the snacking between 4 and 8. It's not that it's truly bad snacking, but it's snacking. It's adding calories on. I am going over 1,500 calories a day. I need to stop that. I don't need to be eating more than 1,500. I really need to keep it around 1,200 if I want to lose weight. So I have got to stop going over 1,500 calories. So that's my kind of goal that I'm going to set for myself. I'm not going to say what I'm doing. Main reason is because I don't want to be like Tim. And then, I don't show what I eat. I may start showing some pictures, but I'm not going to say I'm going to be all meat-based or mostly meat-based. I am going to try to keep the carbs as low as possible. But if I want to eat, say, I'm just going to throw it out there, strawberries, because strawberries are coming in the season. I'm only going to eat 1 or 2. I don't want to eat a whole lot, but if somebody brings in some fresh ones and asks me if I want some, I want to be able to eat them. And I know that some carnivores will eat fruit in season, but they don't eat it out of season. And when I'm talking about in their area, I'm not talking about it might be in season somewhere else and they're shipping it in. I'm talking about where you live. Strawberries come in here around the 1st of May. And there may be some out now since we've had, a little bit warmer weather, I feel. And let's see, what else? What else am I going to talk about today? I'm going to cut you off for a minute, and I'm going to come back. Maybe I'll find something to talk about. All right. I'm back. The traffic was pretty bad and I didn't want to turn it on until I pulled out. Okay, let's talk Cletus McFarland. And I know maybe some of you don't know who Cletus is, but Cletus is a big YouTuber from the Bradenton, Sarasota area that Kim probably don't know exists. He's got like 4 million subscribers. He gets, a lot of views. He is basically a 29-year-old kid. He likes to cut up with cars. He bought the racetrack that's down there in that area. Calls it the Freedom Motorsports Park now, I think. He has silly races there all the time. Well, this year he's driving the ARCA division, which is a NASCAR division of late model cars. And he is racing at Talladega today. Well, the big thing he did this time, and he has become good friends with Greg Biffle, who is a retired NASCAR driver, and he's the one that did a lot of rescuing from the floods. And that's how Cletus and Greg met. They met because they both had helicopters when they were rescuing and working right after the floods in North Carolina and Tennessee. So anyway, they decided that Talladega's coming up, and that's why I kept saying the other day, Dega and Talladega, whatever. They were going to race these campers, RVs. So they had, and I may have mentioned briefly, but they had Cletus said a $5,000 budget, and I'm assuming he paid them all $5,000. Told them to go buy a motorhome, and this has to be a drivable motorhome, like a C or Class A, has to be something along that lines, but you can't spend, and it includes anything you have to fix with it. If you have to fix something, you can't go over $5,000. So most of them were purchased with, around the $4,000 mark, I think. There might have been one that was $3,400. I don't know exactly. Anyway, so this week they've been driving to Talladega in those motorhomes. And they took the long way. They camped over in Cherokee, North Carolina, or that area, and then they took the Tail of the Dragon route. And I don't know if you know what the Tail of the Dragon route is, but it's over when you go across the Tennessee state line, it's a road that starts, and it has like 311 curves. It's a big motorcycle route that they take. But they took the motorhomes, and I'll link that video below. It is hilarious. Greg Biffle's driving through there with his helmet on. The motorhomes look like they wouldn't go from here to a mile up the road, but yet they are all making it, and I'm sure they're having to work on them. And I would say some of them probably has to go over their budget. All right, I'm going to close, and I'll be back later on. Or I'll just close out this video. But anyway, watch Cletus, and I think you'll be entertained. Talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.